What's up, guys? I'm the Gaming here, and I'm filling in for Psycho Assassin for Life because he messaged me over Xbox Live, no, over YouTube, and told me that his internet's down. That's why he hasn't been posting lately. So he just wanted me to explain that in this video, and he wanted me to commentate it. And this is his gameplay, by the way. It was in his file share, and I was wondering why he wasn't online. This is why. So and just in case you guys are wondering who I am and stuff, I do have my own YouTube channel. I might put a link in the description, I'm not sure, but yeah, I'm not just some random noob. But anyways, getting into this gameplay, he's using the AK-74U, which with the grip, I believe, which is a very good gun, and he's using perks Ghost, Sleight of Hand, and I believe the third perk is Ninja. I'm not too sure on that because I didn't check, but he's kind of a low rank in this video, so you're gonna see he's using the default kill streaks, but he does do very good with them. So as you can see, he's rushing around a lot with the 74U because that's kind of what you want to do with it, because it's a good rushing gun, and he's playing the objective pretty well here. He gets unlucky there, but this kickback works out pretty well for him, actually, as you'll see in a second. But he's doing very well in this game. Sorry if I'm kind of repeating myself. I just realized I was saying the same thing a couple of times over again. But he does get chopper gunner. But I am gonna fast forward through the chopper gunner because I find that it was a beast chopper gunner, by the way. I fast forward it because when I'm commentating, I can't really say much for, when someone's in a chopper gunner. It's kind of like in baseball when they're giving someone an intentional walk. The commentators can't really say anything while they're giving them a walk. They're just like, yeah, there's ball one, oh, there's ball two, and it would be kind of boring. So I didn't want to waste like a minute of the video just rambling on about pretty much nothing. So yeah, as you can see, their team is completely dominating the other team. So they let them capture C, I believe. Sorry if I don't sound like Sorry if I don't sound that like educated on this gameplay, because I've only watched it once, so I apologize for that. But you let them capture C, so they can set up a nice spawn trap, as you can see that he's doing right now. He tries to get a 360 grenade, and it doesn't really work out that good. But anyway, he's still keeping them in their spawn, just trap them in there. So they pretty much have this game won already, because they have a very strong team, and the other team is not doing really well, and their team triple capped, which is not a very good thing to do. Like, only if it's the only way you can win. That's the only good time to triple cap the flags. So I would not recommend it, because it sends the spawns all crazy, and most of the time the other team will have like the advantage of wild spawns and stuff, so they can capture they usually capture like B and either A or C from that, and it's not that good. But they only captured A, so he goes up and he can spawn trap them again. Is a pretty good idea of where they are and stuff. But if you haven't seen any of his videos before, you should probably watch them, because they're really good, and you should subscribe to him because he's pretty amazing, and you should like and favorite every one of his videos. Yeah, and if you want to check out my channel too, don't be afraid to do that. So they got an SR-71, and what I like to do when I get an SR-71 is just play very aggressive, because you always know where they are, and there's no point of waiting for them to come to you, and that's what he's doing too right here. So you see, just dominating them in their spawn. I can't talk today, and I think this is where everybody quits except one guy. So it's pretty much on like 6-on-1 gang rape right now, which is always sucks to be in, because you're fighting your team more than a person, because you're fighting your team to see who gets to kill them. But more people do join in a while. As you can see, someone has a chopper gun up right now, which I would be pissed if I were him. just to have a chopper gun pretty much wasted by everybody rage quitting. But more people do join, and this is a kind of boring part in the gameplay, because there's only one guy, and he actually does try to capture a flag by himself, which is a pretty... he was trying to win. He was trying to fight back. Because you have to give him credit for that. At least he wasn't like camping like a bitch or in a corner or something. Which would be very annoying. Right, he does... Yeah, I think a couple more people have joined by this point. So yeah, it's not... So the game will... yeah, you can see 2 people join, so it's not as boring anymore. So the game like will get fast paced now. And just calling the care pack in the back of the map, which is always what you want to do when you get a care pack, obviously, because you don't want to throw it out in the center. Right, unless you're playing like free for all, and you can throw it out in the center as bait, which is pretty hilarious to watch everybody try to die for it. Now, as you can see, this gameplay is kind of winding down here, and I would ask you to please subscribe to Psycho Assassin for Life, because he's really good, and I'm not Psycho Assassin, like I said before. He just asked me to put this up for him because his internet's down right now, and that's why he hasn't posted in a while. And you should check out my channel if you want to, which I'll put a link in the description. But so his team pretty much dominated. I can't really see the score, but it looks like this other team only had like 58 or something like that. So this is the end of the game. And peace.
Work is appreciated. Well done.